Swhacker. This is our Rage. Now, appreciate you clicking on this video, like, subscribe, all those links down below. Check out Rambo Bikes, use TripleRwoods. Check out Black Flag, use TripleRwoods. Check out, we're getting back into Broadhead testing today. 2 classics here today. You've probably shot one of these before, so stick around, see how they perform. Let's get into it. All right, so appreciate you clicking on this video. Today we're going to be looking at 2 that have been around a long time. Rage, hypodermic, and Swhackers. I don't know if they have a special name, but Swhackers and Rages, these are like probably the most popular, or at least they used to be the most popular broadheads. Rage takes a lot of heat, but it's probably killed more deer than any broadhead ever. It's just been around a long time. It's been a very popular broadhead. So we're going to test the Rage, we're going to test the Swhacker, we'll talk pros and cons, we'll talk price, and then we're going to shoot them, we're going to see which one moves on. Tooth of the Arrow moved on the last one. You need to go check that video out. That's an impressive broadhead. I got to get some more of them because we broke a couple. So anyway, impressive broadhead. We're on the mechanical side, on the right side of our bracket. We're going to see which one of these moves on. Let's get to it. All right, so we'll start with the Rages. Like I said, everyone knows these are good broadheads. They just catch a lot of crap from people. All right, so after destroying the box, this is what you get. And I think they may have some new technology. There's just so many variations of Rage and Swhacker that it's hard to even keep up with what's the new model and all that. But these are these Rage hypodermics. They have a little collar system on the bottom. When you screw them in the arrow, it pushes that up and it keeps them locked in until they hit what they're going at, what they're going to fly at. These are supposed to be 2-inch. Let's see what they actually come out at. I mean, they're just right. They're actually a little over 2. Are they supposed to be 2? Yeah. Yep, 2-inch cut. And maybe they lock in a little back, swoop back a little further. Maybe that was the deal. Yeah, now they're 1.950, so they're right at 2 inches. A little under 2, but close enough to 2. These should be 100 grains. I don't know if that includes the collar, I would assume, because that's how you're going to shoot it. So that's 104, 105 with the collar, 105.8, 105 even. So a little heavier than 100. And I did see a podcast the other day where a guy who I like their company was talking about it's not a big deal. They're not ever going to all be exact, and it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. And well, it kind of matters to me. I want them to be exact. Whether or not I would notice a difference, you know, I'm not a robot, but if I were to hit low, I'm going to assume in my head, I'm going to mentally think that's that extra 5 grains that they don't tell us about, and that would bother me. So I think you got to get them as accurate as you can. I think that's just important to do. Like, if you're off 1 grain here and there, that's not a big deal. I think 6 grains is quite a bit. So these are over 105 grains. So cut-wise, they're spot on or pretty close, but they're just a touch heavy, 5 or 6 grains heavy. The only thing you're really going to get in this extra are the collars in the package. And again, I don't know that they all use collars anymore on Rages, but for 50 bucks, you're getting 3 broadheads, no practice tips, and just some extra collars. Let's look at Swhackers. These, and now they make a million of them. They make a bunch of different ones. These are 1.75-inch cuts. I should have got the same cut. That's kind of one of those things that don't lose a lot of sleep over the cut, because you can buy whatever cut size you want in these. They've definitely made them hard to get out. Okay, so with these Swhackers, they use a little rubber band to keep the blades pulled back, and you get a ton of rubber bands. I don't know why you would need this many rubber bands. They will not be strong enough to shoot this many times, but maybe you break them, lose them, I don't know. So a little rubber band on top. holds the blades in place. Yeah, these are definitely a smaller cutting diameter than the other ones, but not a huge deal. You could obviously get a 2-inch cutting diameter Swhacker. So these are actually going to be right about 1.8. They're 1.775. So not, I mean, 0.2 of an inch less, not a huge deal, but these should have a little better penetration with that smaller blade. When I hunted with Swhackers, I always hated getting out there and you'd go to get an arrow out of your quiver and you'd be missing a rubber band on one or two because they just bounced off or fell off or got cut or whatever. So that was always kind of the annoying part of these rubber bands, but just part of their system. Looking for 100 grains. Well, I pushed a button apparently. 99, 98.8. 98.8. 99. So this one's about a grain shorter. Don't really know why. I mean, obviously there's some tolerances, but the other two are spot on 100, so nothing wrong there. All right, let's see how. And one other thing, these come with a practice tip. So 40 bucks, you get a practice tip. You get a ton of rubber bands. 10 bucks less compared to the Rages, and you get the practice tip to shoot as well. All right, let's shoot them. Shot one. 57 yards. All right, that's in there. Can't tell where it is. I'm assuming it's right in there with the orange, but all right. So first up, Rage 100 grain hypodermic with a yellow fletch. All the Rages will have a yellow fletch. A little low. Right next to it. So we're just kind of wanting to see how are they gonna group. We could obviously adjust our sight tape. At distance, I do think you're gonna get a little more drag just because you got some blades sticking out up front that you normally didn't have. Couldn't see where that one hit. I think they're all three just down there a touch low, but left, right, good. All right, next up, Swhacker 100 grain. Just to the left of the Rage. That one hit right where I was aiming, actually. Those Swhackers flying good. All right, let's go look at those. All right. So, this is a practice shot. This is a practice shot, I'm pretty sure. These two are my practice shots, which actually pretty dang good. These three are definitely Rages down here. Pretty good group, 60 yards. Obviously it's a click low, but I mean, that's what we've seen from all of them. You throw some fins on the front, there's a little more drag. They hit a little lower than a field point. So these three, I'm not mad at that at all. I wish, you know, I would go in and tweak my sight tape if I was gonna hunt with them and shoot long range. But let me pull these practice shots out of here. Got our two practice shots out of there now. So these two are Swhackers up here, and they just hit right where I was aiming and right in the center. I did have one down here. I don't know if it's me. I don't know, you know, obviously I'm human. I'm not a pro archer, so the odds of me shanking one happens. But I do like that these two flew true enough to hit exactly where I was aiming, exactly where the field points did. I mean, they were side by side with their field points. So that's intriguing. That's tough because these group pretty good, but these two hit right where I was aiming. So, I mean, I feel like I could reshoot that. This was the first shot with the Swhackers and get them up there as well, but I'm not going to. But pretty impressed with the Swhackers and the Rages. Can't complain about either. All right, durability test. We're gonna start off with the Swhacker through the plywood. See how these blades hold up. Next up, Rage hypodermic. Swhacker. This is our Rage. Now, the Rage bigger cut shows here. I mean, it had a bigger cut, but the hole itself on the Rage looks bigger than that of the Swhacker. Kind of surprised by that. Maybe the ferrule's bigger on the Rage. I don't really know. They're both 100 grain, so it shouldn't be too much different. But that cut on that Rage is pretty gnarly. The Swhacker looks good too. It might have been that big if it was the 2-inch version. Backside both look blown out. I mean, very comparable. The Rage is just slightly bigger where the impact was. All right, so we've shot them through the plywood. We do have some interesting results on that. The only thing left to do is get a score on them and see who moves on. So the first thing worth noting, which I think is pretty dang cool, is you can see the top half of that tack vane was cut off because this was the first shot. This is the Swhacker. And so it was already in the target. So then we shot the Rage, and the Rage blew through the plywood and then proceeded to make a clean chop on that tack vane, which is pretty cool that it did that, just sliced it off after going through plywood. Going through plywood, the Swhacker still looks good. I mean, I don't know if there was this much play in the blades beforehand, but like the tip, the ferrule, blades are still in, they still fold up, they don't look bent at all. Let me see if this other ones that hadn't been shot through. Yeah, they have play in their blades too. So I really think I could throw another rubber band on this and just shoot it again. Like, I feel that good about the durability of this Swhacker. Blades don't look dinged up at all. Now, I wouldn't sharpen these blades. I think they do sell blade kits where you could take that screw out and replace the blades. I never did it, but you could. Yeah, so Swhacker held up good. No complaints. Throw another rubber band on there, shoot it again. The Rage, on the other hand, for all its sharp cutting abilities, it's done. Like, one of the blades is missing somewhere. I don't know where, but it's missing. It's gone. It did make a good hole in there. This tip's not as sharp as it was, but the blade that is left doesn't necessarily look bent. I think you could probably still shoot the blade that is left, but this is the problem with Rages that I think everybody had for a long time, was that's a one and done. It's a $50 for a pack of them, maybe 60 depending on which model you go with, and it's one and done for the most part. Now again, you could buy these replacement blades, put these blades on there and try to shoot them again, but you catch one shoulder, one rib, and the blades get bent, the tip gets bent. You know, this one, again, a lot of play in these blades. I don't know that these other ones have the play in the blades. Well, there's two of them in here, so definitely not as much. But the other thing, like, this one fell off my table and the blades opened up. That was a big problem I had with them when I shot them, was, again, you get out there and one of the blades would be open or the collar would be broke or something, and it was always something and then you get to worrying about, is it going to open in flight, because they came open so easy. But I do think they've started going to a no collar system. I probably should have got those. Leave a comment if you shot the no collar ones and how do they work. But not loving that this one, again, is one and done. This is the first one of all the ones we've had that we've shot through the plywood that received damage, that actually got where I couldn't shoot it again. And it's the one that is known for not being super durable. So, you know, maybe there's a reason for that. All right, so let's talk scores. First and foremost, accuracy. They were actually close, but in different ways. Swhacker, I mean, put 2 right in the money. Had 1 just down with the Rages. The Rages had 3 in a pretty good group, but they were all low, so it's going to affect the sight tape a little bit. But, you know, they were both good just for different reasons. I gave the Swhacker a 23. I gave the Rage, I believe, a 22, because these were just a little bit bigger group and a little lower. These were on the money. We just had 1 flyer that could have been me making the shot. So just 1 more point for the Swhacker, but close. Price and value, this is where we might see a little bit of a gap on these, start seeing some gap on these. The Swhackers are $40 for 3. You get a ton of rubber bands and you get a practice tip. The Rages are around 50, if not 60, depending on where you look, and you just get like 4 or 5 extra collars. That's it. And you don't get a practice tip, you don't get as many collars as they gave rubber bands, and I get it, there's a price difference on the two, but you got to factor that in. It costs more, you get less for it. So I dinged it a few points for 18. Wound channel, I think if they were both 2 inches, which the Swhackers were 1.75, they weren't the 2 inch, that's on me, I should have ordered that. They would both have a really aggressive wound channel. You might say the Rage, because it had a bigger hole where the ferrule went in, would be a little bit better, but both of them are going to give you a 2 inch cut. They're going to both open and be a nasty wound channel. Durability, the Rage lost some points here. Again, it had a whole blade missing. The Swhackers, I could reshoot them right now. So I took 5 points off because, I mean, it's missing a blade. It's not just a bent blade or a ding blade, it's gone. So I don't even know where it's at. So 10 and 15. Quality control, I gave the Rage a 13. They were missing, they were just like 6 grains heavier. The Swhackers were spot on. They were 100 grains even. So I mean that's pretty good to be spot on all 3 versus 6 grains heavier on all of them. Features, I gave the Swhacker a 10. It comes with practice tips and a ton of different rubber bands. The Rage, you just get some collars, that's all you get. So having the practice tip and the extra collars is a big deal for the Swhacker. So that puts our Rage at an 85, which is a respectable score, but it has our Swhacker with a 98, which is a really good score. You would expect going through the plywood, the durability would take a hit. It doesn't. The price point's at $40, kind of that sweet spot. So I mean, they fly obviously really good. The mechanicals are going to fly really good. So that's a really good Broadhead, and it's cheaper, it's more affordable, durable, flies good. So the Swhacker's moving on to the next round. So the Swhacker's going to move on to the next round in this. It's been an impressive Broadhead. I've shot Swhackers for years. My only complaint is the rubber band. Sometimes you'll find them moved or off or missing when you get out there. I would bring a little, just a little plastic container, like where you've got your Broadheads or something, or you got some practice tips, and I'd keep a few rubber bands in there just in case I needed to put one on. But I didn't have the issues that I had with Rages, where if I bounced around or if my bow banged around a little bit, these would open up and be out of their collar. And so it scares me a little bit to think, well, if I'm shooting and that initial movement, what if it opens one of those blades and now I've got this thing doing this? I don't know, maybe it's just in my head, but I think it is something that people have seen, or we wouldn't be having these conversations. Rage is a fantastic Broadhead. Minus missing the blade in the plywood, flew great, cut good. I mean, it's gonna kill. It's a great Broadhead. It's just some things to think about when you're comparing. If you're gonna spend money, you might just wanna go ahead and buy the Swhacker because it's cheaper and you get more for your money, and it's gonna do just as good a job of the hit, the kill, the blood trail, and all that stuff. So Swhacker's moving on to the next one. Check out RamboBikes.com, use TripleRwoods at checkout. Black Flag, TripleRwoods at checkout. Check out Palmetto Precision Strings. Get your strings ordered before deer season gets here. Don't wait till the last second. Mention you saw this video, he'll cut you a discount. He does a fantastic job on his strings. It's what I put on all my bows, and they are top notch. Appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.